Today I'm going to show you how to use Google Forms and insert a PDF so that you can make a pre-assessment, since our focus for TBT is to work on our pre-assessments to drive our instruction. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Google. I'm going to go to my waffle. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on Forms. I am going to click on Blank Quiz. So the first thing you want to do is to name your quiz. So I'm going to make making a new machine. And I'm going to call this a pre-assessment, a pre-test. And I'm going to title that Making a New Machine Pre-test. Now, my first question should always be name. And I want that, it already knows it should be a short answer, so I change it, but you should always verify that it changed it to short answer. You also want to make sure that it's required, because students will not be able to turn the form in until they answer all required questions. And there's no point system to name. Now, I want to add in a PDF. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go to the copy machine and I'm going to scan it. But prior to scanning it, it usually scans it as a PDF. You're going to have to click on the copy machine where it says PDF and change it to a JPEG. Scan it as a JPEG. It's going to come in your email, and then once it's in your email, you're going to download it so that it's at the bottom of your screen or download it to your desktop. So once you've done that, you're going to hit the plus symbol. Not the plus symbol, I'm sorry. You're going to hit, click the image. And you can either drag it from your desktop or from the bottom of your computer, and I'm going to drag it in. And then it will go in. Now make sure it has to be a JPEG or it will not work. PDFs will not work. It has to be an image. Also, there's 3 dots over here. I can align it the way I want it, left, center, or right. I can change it if I don't like it, or I can remove it if I don't like it. Well, I just want to center it. You can also, it says image title. You could put reading pretest. Whatever you want to put there, you can put there. It could be the directions too. It's totally up to you. So once I've done that, I want to add my questions. So I would go here and I would ask the first question. So I'm going to put, what is the big idea? Then I want to go over here and I want to click not short answer. I want to click multiple choice. So I'm going to put answer 1. You would put the different choices. Answer 2. Answer 3. Well, I want the computer to grade this for me. So once I put in my multiple choice and my choices here, I'm going to go to answer key. At this point, I can tell how much this is what it's worth in points. So it's a multiple choice, so I'm going to put 1 point. And then I am going to tell the computer which answer is the correct answer. So I'm going to click answer 2. Once I've done that, I'm going to go back to edit question. Now I want to add another one, another question. So I could say, what did Tom learn at the end of the story? I want it to be a multiple choice. I'm going to put my answer options again. I want to make sure that it's required. And then I want to go to answer, and I want to click the correct answer so the computer will grade it for me. So I'm going to click the right answer, and I'm going to give it a point value. Okay? So now I'm done. Now, I have some options over here. You can go, if you click on the eye, you can preview what the students will see. So you know, and everything that has a red star means that it's a required answer, and they will not be able to submit it until they answer all the required answers. All right, I want to go back to the teacher site, so I'm going to click on my pencil. It takes me back. Now I'm going to go to settings here. And here are my options when I send this out to them. You're not going to have to collect email addresses. That's not necessary. You want to restrict it to the Brunswick users because it's for the students. You have the option to have them, they can edit after submit, which means they could take it back and fix their answers. If it's a quiz, you probably don't want that option. And see summary of chart and text responses, not necessary. Presentation. So here's our question. Here's some options here. Show progress bar, so the students can see a progress bar of how far they are into the test. That's an option. You can shuffle the question order so that when you send them out, it's not in the same order. And show link to submit another response. Those are your options. You don't have to use them. You can use them. Let's go to quizzes. Make it a quiz. We want it to be a quiz. Release grade. Immediately after each submission or later after manual review. So that's totally up to you. So as the kids are taking the test, they can automatically see if they got the answer right or wrong, or you can choose to give it to them later. You may not want them to see their missed questions, correct answers, and point values. Might want to see the point values, but we're going to take those away. So I'm going to save it. So then I am going to want to send it to myself first. So I'm going to email it to myself. And the purposes of doing this is so that I can take it and be the key, the answer key. So I'm going to go to my email now. And let me refresh. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to take it, and instead of putting my name in, I'm going to fill out the form. My name is going to be answer key. Okay. Then the students will see the passage. So I'm going to answer these. And I want to answer the questions correctly. And then I want to submit it. So I'm going to go back now to the form that I made, and it's showing that I have one response, which is going to be me. So you see this little green here? It makes a spreadsheet of all your answers. So if I click this, I have a choice to create a new spreadsheet or select existing spreadsheet. So I'm going to create a new one. And what happens is it tells me that my score is 2 out of 2. My name is answer key. So it has the questions I asked at the top, and it's going to show the correct answers. Each student, it will grade it for them, but it's nice to see what their answers were compared to the one. So as the teacher, I always want to take the test first and be answer key. Once I've done that, I can go back to my form and I want to share it with my kids. So I can get a link. I'm going to get the link. I can copy this, and then I am going to put it, you can also shorten the URL so it's not so long. I am going to copy this, and then I am going to put it in as an announcement into Google Classroom, because I don't need to turn it in because their answers are going to be turned into the form. So once all the kids have submitted their answers, you can click this form and it'll do all the grading for you. I hope you find this helpful on making pre-assessments in Google Forms and how to add a PDF. Just remember, make it a JPEG when you scan it on the computer to yourself in email.